After numerous stamina potions, after the revival of Legion, I finally conquered Infernal. Now, the initial clip is going to be very quick, and I'm not going to be able to explain my strategy very easily over than the general overview. So that's why I'm going to play the clip again after this, except slower, so I can actually better explain. Because at this point, it was absolute clockwork until a certain point. Because, again, I got my foot in the door. I just had to figure out exactly what I need to do to solve this puzzle. So I think the best general tips for Infernal mode is have 2 extremely strong sword units, most likely both with quick riposte, because that's what Xander and Ike both have. And without it, they probably wouldn't have the DPS necessary to kill the legions quickly enough to end this before things get really, really fucking stupid. And I mean really fucking stupid. Like, IS had an absolute field day with this Grand Hero battle, and when they first came out with Infernal, because I believe Legion was the first one that came out with Infernal difficulty, they were not fucking around. Like, holy shit. Oh, you're gonna bring numerous sword units to deal with our axe-wielding Grand Hero battle character. Okay, well, if you don't kill him fast enough, we're gonna send a whole bunch of blue units after your ass, because fuck you, that's why. God damn. I was on my last couple of legs. I was gonna turn in for the night if I didn't fucking do it. But luckily, on the last attempt, I finally got it, because otherwise I was just going to give up for the night, do other stuff, go to bed. Oh, man, I just sat here and stared at that victory screen for a while. I was pretty accomplished. Woo! Granted, I didn't necessarily need to beat Infernal, but I wanted to. And I ended up doing it with 2 heroes from the Hero Fest banner, and 2 from previous Grand Hero battles that you should already have. So here we are, going over it again, slower this time. What I needed to do was have Camus go up top, tank and kill the red mage, and also tank that bow user without breaking the wall, because I tried breaking the wall first, and then following up on the bow user, but that didn't work out very well because he would be reinforced by someone coming out of the top there. So now, Julia isn't quick enough to kill the blue mage right off the bat. Camus is fast enough to double that mage, killing it, which will cause a legion to spawn from the top. We will kill that blue mage because he is absolutely detrimental to the team. So now we're going to set ourselves up on the reinforced squares, and that'll allow us to take the best defensive posture we can, and both units having quick riposte, we're going to deal as much damage as absolutely possible. Now here's the key, right here. We have to make sure that we are able to kill all of the legions by the end of their next turn. This is the part I got stuck on most often. So what we're going to do here is deal damage to him, because if I sit Xander on the reinforced square, he's not going to be able to kill that legion, but he'll come damn close. So instead, we're going to trade a little bit of defense for it. You can see I'm trying to work things out right here. Julia is currently equipped with close counter and vantage, which actually comes to great use right here. So we're going to go ahead, if this thing will go. Essentially, I've got 4 units to deal with 4 units. So Ike wasn't able to kill that bottom legion there. Therefore, I have to have Julia deal some damage to that legion so he'll come kill himself later. Otherwise, Ike will only be able to bring him down to like 1 HP if I remember correctly. We're going to have Xander go all the way up here, deal some damage. Now Ike is going to reposition Julia out of the way so that way she doesn't get killed. And then we're just going to have Camus come over here, kill that one. That Legion won't be able to reach. Now I was actually remembering a different strategy that I almost won with. That Legion to the left would come over and attack Julia. She would close counter vantage kill that Legion, which helped in one way. But anyway, since I dealt some damage to that Legion in the first place, Ike is going to be able to quick riposte him and finish him off as quickly as possible. Because if you don't finish them off here, you're going to have to deal with all the fucking blue units that IS is going to give you the middle finger with. In fact, there are 3 middle fingers, and one of them is a Sword Cavalier in the bottom right. So, fuck us, right? We very, very, very clearly need extremely strong red units to deal with all of those legions in the first place. And to be very, very, very honest, having all that blue spam come towards the end, that is just the most heinous strategy that they could have possibly come up with. I think this Grand Hero battle, this Infernal difficulty, earns that Infernal difficulty, and I think IS just kind of took a step back. Maybe they received some complaints or something, I don't know. I'm not necessarily complaining about it. I'm essentially just talking about it in a, I guess, aggressive way. But I feel like in the future, the Infernal difficulties following this really, really took a step back and kind of cooled their heels a bit on the difficulty. So essentially making this Infernal difficulty not really Infernal anymore. I guess in most cases it's more difficult than Lunatic, but definitely not what Infernal should be. These are just thoughts that are floating into my head. They're not like complaints, praises, facts. They're just random opinions, things that it feels like. I feel extremely accomplished now that I've beaten Infernal. And I think if you have a similar team to me, I think you could actually do better with a character besides Julia, like maybe a Nino or someone that's faster and can kill that that blue cavalry mage better. Maybe even Ursula or something, now that I think about it, really. Because that's essentially all my Julia did. But, yeah. I think if you follow generally what I have, because I know a lot of people don't have the units that other ones use on this battle. Hopefully, this can help you if you otherwise weren't able to do it before. Thanks for watching, guys. And also, fuck, fuckity, fuck, fuck, fuck.